Hey guys, the Chicken's here, back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, if you saw yesterday's video, we saw a lot of bases with weird statues, so I thought it might be a good idea to do a bit of a statue primer, as we have this week between warship seasons, and yeah, so I thought this would be a good thing to talk about, as, you know, especially the crabs coming up. There are different reasons to have different sets of statues, so we're going to get into all that and more. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you claim your free gifts in the shop. We got free day of extra builder and 150 gems. I got the holiday bundle that had the instant training in it. I felt like that was the best value, so appreciate it if you plug in that code chicken if you guys are going to be doing any shop-related activities. We got the trader here, the Christmas trader. Very cool. And if you guys haven't seen, there's also a little update that came out. It wasn't like a client update where they were going to have to update the game. They just flip a switch, I guess, and they added some new changes in. So check back on the channel if you want to see all those changes. So what we're doing today, guys, is talking about statues, like we said. Now, statues have different priorities. They have different, benefits, and my statue layout is very dumb. I would not recommend you do this. This is very specific to me that it works. It allows me to stay update proof, and I can upgrade everything very, very quickly without playing the game a ton or doing it, as quickly as possible. So we need to send out that sub. Let's get him going. So for the most part in Boom Beach, guys, you don't really need any statues other than offense and gunboat energy. There's a bunch of different statues, so whoops, let's go over them first. So first are the green statues. Now, the green statues are very appealing to new players. You'll see a lot of noobs typically run green statues. Why? Because in theory it makes a lot of sense. I would like my base to produce more resources without me having to attack. The problem is, in Boom Beach, the game is extremely offensive heavy, so you can't really protect those resources. And you might say, but Chicken, don't we have a vault that protects those resources, which is over here? And you do, but it only protects a percentage of your loot. Now, you combine that with the fact that if you are actively playing, you're going to be getting crushed fairly frequently. You're going to be getting raided, a lot of times. So even if, I forget what the actual math is on the vault, it's not 90%, in storages and resource production buildings on your homeland. Yeah, so it protects 90% of the resources that are there, not the 90% that you're actually holding. So you'll see when you do lose to a base, lose a battle, look, I lost, 1 million gold and a lot of other stuff. So yeah, it's the vault's not going to keep you clear. And the thing is, those green statues, they're going to produce such little amounts of resources that there's no benefit to having them. You can get, the same loot that you'll get in a day from running green statues in a couple attacks in 10 minutes. So just use your time efficiently. And what's going to help those attacks? The red statues. So green statues are a complete waste of time. Now, if we look at ice statues obviously do have a purpose. But the mistake people make is people will run, a crappy base at low to mid VP, and they'll have a couple ice masterpieces out. That's not actually a benefit because, although, sure, you'll probably kill more troops and you'll get some diamonds and intel from those. That was always the argument. But again, is that really worth sacrificing more offense? To me, that doesn't really make sense. The only time you really want to have ice statues is when, if we look at the top of the global leaderboards, these guys will all have ice statues because that's how they maintain their rank. It's for pushing purposes. It's not for base building purposes. So you see this guy's got a crazy amount of defensive statues boosted, and the reason is because he wants to push the leaderboard. So his base is very difficult to take down. Because of those statues, and that's really the only time you'd ever need to do that. It's not like this guy started at, 10 VP, and he had all those statues. That wouldn't make the same sense because, unless he was already maxed out at that point. Like, if he was starting the game, he would not run those statues. So ice statues are good for VP pushing, maybe generating some diamonds and intel if you really want to. You know, it's not the end of the world if you throw in a couple, but it's just not really optimal. So next up, we have the most popular statues, the red statues. So magma statues, extremely important. And they allow you to do everything that we were just talking about. They allow you to attack efficiently, attack more frequently, and, well, not more frequently, I guess, but, yeah, you want troop health, you want troop damage, and you want lots of them. You want typically like a 50-50 split between troop damage, troop health, maybe just one troop health, the rest troop damage, then gunboat energy. Now, when we get into offensive statues, there's different ways you can use them. So, like I was just talking about, why would you use troop damage over troop health? So typically, when people are running high-level operations, they'll do almost everything with all Zookas, or bombardiers or something like that. And these operations at higher levels, they have such massive amounts of health that the only way to take them down is by using all Zookas. So they're very beneficial in that regard. Now on this account, I don't have any GBE. I don't even know why I entered this. This was very dumb. I don't have GBE enough to do anything. So yeah. So offensive statues are good for different things. They're going to be good for taking down player bases. They're good for attacking the Mega Crab, and they're good for operations. And obviously, none of this stuff is going to directly affect warships. But I think for this, if I can take down these rockets, that'll at least be something positive. There we go. Okay. Let's smoke them if you got them. Smoke them. And we'll go like this. Alright, there we go. So at least we got some rockets out of the way. But yeah, so now that's kind of, if you want to run a Mega Crab account, you can have more troop health. If you want to run an operation-based account where that's your priority, you're going to want more troop damage than anything else. And if you want to run, something that's just a little bit of both, kind of good at everything overall, maybe go a little bit lighter, but also a little bit heavier. Maybe have 3 or 4 troop healths, 1 or 2 troop healths, maybe 2 or 3 troop healths, something like that, and then have the rest, gunboat energy and troop damage. The thing is, even if we're talking about red masterpieces, red statues, you're always going to want to have a good amount of gunboat energy statues. That just kind of goes without saying. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we created. Troop damage, 21%. That's going straight to the salvage yard. So yeah, now the dark statues, the purple ones, they have a lot more uses. They can be gunboat energy, resource reward, or power stone chance. I think that's it, right? Gunboat energy, resource reward, power stone chance. I don't know why this isn't. They should say this in the game somewhere if it's not listed. Whoops. So yeah, it's again, it comes down to your playstyle. Now, power stone chance, do you need it? Do you not need it? Yeah, you will get more stones with them, and like especially fragments and shards, and those do add up over time. But it's kind of a wasted slot when you think about it. Unless you really need to gain power powder. Again, maybe for operations or for if you're building a VP account, you can look at doing that in the future. But for the most part, we want to be focusing on gunboat energy with these because you're at least going to need 2 gunboat energy statues, a masterpiece and a guardian. So that's typically where these come in. Like regardless of what else you're doing, you always want to have 1 or 2 GBE statues. Like if we look at some of these guys up on the top here, even though they are ice heavy. Let's take a look at the statues. Even though they are ice heavy, I'm sure he does have at least 1 gunboat energy. Yeah, he's got at least 1 gunboat energy masterpiece. Just because you need it. It's just you need it for the attacks and everything. And then, yeah. So resource reward, you don't really need it either. Like I said, I like it because specific to the way I'm playing right now, it helps me just burn through the updates and upgrade everything really quickly, and be able to show you guys and that kind of thing. So, so yeah, statues are fun. They are probably the best part about Boom Beach on the main base, because it really allows you to customize your base and your troops to your playstyle. So yeah, you guys let me know in the comments what you prefer, what you lean to on your statues on your main base, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Catch you next one. Check it out. Bye.